Hello, we would like to consider the passive transport, that is diffusion. When we consider the diffusion, first of all, we would like to consider some examples. Suppose there is essence sticks. The essence sticks is now as burns here, then their essence is diffused to this side from A to B, because the concentration of the essence is more at more at A with respect to B. So it is diffuses from higher to lower concentration. As copper sulfates, a piece of copper sulfate is putting into the water, there the movements of the copper sulfate molecules from point A to the point B, because the concentration of copper sulfate is more at A with respect to B, so it moves from A to B, higher to lower. And suppose in the photosynthesis, in the outer side, there is carbon dioxide produced by different sources, the different types of factory, vehicles, etc. So concentration of carbon dioxide is more in the outer side with respect to leaf. So it moves through the stomata from outer side inside the leaf through the stomata from higher to lower concentration. Or during the course of photosynthesis, the oxygen is produced as a byproduct inside the leaf. So concentration of oxygen is more inside the leaf with respect to outside, because in the outside the oxygen is consumed by the different types of living and different types of oxidation process. So it is more inside the leaf with respect to the outside. So it is moves from inside the leaf to the outside from higher concentration to lower concentration. As we consider the another examples of root, the absorption of water and mineral. So water and mineral in the soil is more with respect to root. So it is moves from soil into the root, because from higher concentration to lower concentration. So simply we would like to define diffusion. It is it is movement of substances. Movements of substances. Substances may be solid, liquid, liquid, and gases. All the three substances. It may be solid, liquid, and gases. So it is movements of substances, solid, liquid, gases from its higher concentration. Its higher concentration to its lower concentration. To its lower concentration, called diffusion. It means any substances, the what is nature of the substances is not a matter of concern. Matter of concern is that it must be higher to lower concentration. So the most important things for the diffusion is that the concentration gradient, the difference in the concentration, as long as maintains the diffusion taking place. As the concentration gradient or differences in the concentration decreases, it means the rate of diffusion is also decreases. So we would like to consider which of the substances diffuses more fastly. In this concern, it is gas diffuses more with respect to liquid and with respect to solid. So if we consider which of the substances diffuse faster, it is the fastest gases. Gases diffuse fastest among the all of the substances, and then liquid, and then solid. So diffusion of gas and liquid is very clear. Gases and liquid diffuse faster than solid. Diffusion of solid, diffusion of solid is possible, but diffusion in solid, diffusion in solid is almost impossible, because due to higher density, higher density. So the diffusion of solid, suppose karo, just you think the soot's particle, dust particle is a solid, diffuses in the air, so it is diffusion of solid into the gas possible. But a gas or liquid when would like to diffuse in the solid, it is almost impossible, because solid is a very high density substances, so it is almost impossible. But diffusion of liquid into the gas, suppose dewdrops, mist, fogs is formed due to the diffusion of water vapors into the gases. So diffusion of gas into gas, liquid into gas, gas into liquids, like in the cold drinks, the carbon dioxide gas diffuses into the water. So all of them are possible, except that the diffusion in the solid, that is impossible. Now we would like to consider the factors affecting the rate of diffusion. When we consider the rate of diffusion, and it is affected by a number of factors. When we discuss the factors affecting the diffusion, first, temperature. Temperature is the most important. Higher the temperature, the rate of diffusion is higher, so it is directly proportional to diffusion, is directly proportional to temperature. Diffusion rate directly proportional to temperature. It is also directly proportional to pressure. And the third, the size of molecules. Obviously, a smaller molecules diffuse faster. Gas diffuse faster. Concentration gradient must be essential to maintain. If concentration gradient or difference in the concentration increases, then diffusion rate increases. If concentration decreases, then the rate of diffusion is also decreases. So concentration gradient directly proportional to diffusion. Next, solubility, very important, that is solubility in the lipid, because when we consider the structure of cell membrane, it is already learned here, that is the most of the constituent parts of the cell membrane is lipid, because cell membrane is made by protein and lipid is the most abundant constituting materials of the cell membrane. So the substance which is soluble in the lipid diffuse faster. With respect to the substance which is not soluble in the lipids, like in the water soluble substances, and the different types of inhibitor proteins, which react with the protein side chain easily. So all are the factors which affecting the diffusion, the rate of diffusion, and the most important, the last one, that is the densities of the substances. Densities of the substances is inversely proportional to diffusion as proposed by Grahams. According to Grahams, the diffusion rate of diffusion inversely proportional to the square root of density. It is proposed by the Grahams. So we would like to sum up all the factors as factors affecting the diffusion. It is very simple. The diffusion rate is directly proportional to temperature and pressure. Temperature increases, diffusion increases. The pressure increases, the diffusion rate also increases. As the size of the molecules, a smaller size, the faster diffusion. Gases diffuse more fastly. Concentration gradient, there is more difference in the concentration, more the rate of diffusion. Solubility in the lipid also enhance the rate of diffusion. And inhabitants proteins react with the protein chains also affect the diffusion. And the densities of the substances also affect the diffusion rate, but it is inversely proportional. As the density increases, the rate of diffusion decreases. As the density decreases, the rate of diffusion increases. And the last, that is area of surface. Area of diffusion surface. Larger area help to diffuse faster. For this purpose, in the alveoli of human, it is like a bunch of grapes to increase the surface area, or microvilli structure in the intestine which increase the surface area to help into the more absorption through the diffusion rate. So it is a factor affecting the diffusion rates. Now we would like to consider in the next video the facilitated diffusion, the diffusion of the hydrophilic substances, because in all of them, all of the factors affecting the diffusion, and that is the most important factor, the lipid solubility of the substances. If the substances which is not soluble in the lipid is very difficult to pass across the cell membrane, for the overcome of this difficulty, it is essential to some of the helping material also help to pass that substances which is not soluble in the lipid. So water soluble or hydrophilic substances crosses the cell through the diffusion with the help of a specific protein which provide the site for the diffusion, like porins and aquaporins. And when porins and aquaporins or any transporter proteins help to diffuse water soluble substances across the cell membrane, that is said to be facilitated diffusion. Now in the next video we would like to consider the facilitated diffusion and the proteins which only active and only help to diffuse facilitated diffusion when two substances move together. When two substances move together, then some proteins, transporter proteins active, and that diffusion, if in the one direction, that is called uniport, when in the direction of the two substances have to diffuse in opposite direction, that is the antiport, and when two substances diffuses at the same time across the cell membrane in along the same direction, that is said to be symport. So in the next video we would like to discuss facilitated diffusion.